happy Saturday. Oh, you have your Italian.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea.
I went on. I turned on Peacock this morning, and I saw that the Italians were playing.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm wearing this now is because I was going through my storage area because when I cleaned out my closet and everything last year, and Mom and Dad, every time they go to Europe, they buy us like $15,000 worth of Italian gear. Not 15,000.
It's not 50.
No,
15,000 euros.
No, yeah. So I was like going through all these sweatshirts and all this stuff, and I'm like, I gotta start wearing this because like some of them have the tags on them still because there's so many of them. So I'm gonna make it a point to wear my gear more. Yeah, because Mom and Dad are like, represent.
We usually start at 1, but we wanted to say hi to people first. We come on maybe 5 minutes early, which we're doing, and we like to say hi.
It's a big show.
It's a big show. A lot happened this week. We just wanted to say hi. So yes, love Italiana style. A bella luna, bellissima. Hello there. Cambridgeshire.
Yeah, Cambridgeshire.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm getting it right. I want to make sure. Hello, so sexy gardener Nancy with sis. Oh, okay. Maybe you're a sexy gardener.
I don't know. Are you referring to our gardener? Because our gardener is cute. I have to say, Jorge
he is cute.
He's nice on the eyes.
He is. Oh, it's Harry. Harry says hi from Las Vegas. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's probably the funniest thing I've seen. Good evening, ladies. I know almost 100K subs. Can you guys believe it? You've done it. This is your show too. So
what are we gonna do for 100 subs? Well, are we gonna show the mom and dad's play? Right.
We also promised them because remember when Mom and Dad, well, not Mom, but Dad would set up the camcorder during the holidays and tape our big Italian family having dinner,
just screaming at each other.
I said I'd show them a little bit of that.
A little bit of that.
Yeah, we'll have people on. We'll have guests. Mm-hmm. It's just going to be crazy.
Yes.
So get ready for that. Hey, from South Africa, how are you? Oh, is that a horse? Oh, that's such a cute little horse.
Oh, thank you, Allison. Congratulations on your book, Stephanie. We're going to get to that later in the show where you guys can purchase it. But I just want to thank everybody for all your love and support. It's already reached #1 on the new
top Amazon pet books.
The new ones. Yeah, the pet books. We're going to go for bestseller. Hopefully.
I always said, that book is so great. She wrote it originally.
I'm going to get to all this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to get.
I didn't do it.
To do the mute.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it this time.
But we'll get to the whole story and the rigmarole when we get more people on here. But I want to thank everybody who's actually
Harry is a moron.
Harry is a moron.
Talk about backfire. Oh my God.
I can't believe the content that this dude has been giving us in the last 48 hours, and Megyn too.
And Megyn with the Jamie Kern Lima.
You guys really, they really stepped up to the plate for us.
Because
it was slow. It's kind of slow. We were having like a kind of sluggish week. Nancy was tired. But that really propped us up. I think so. I think with Dave Portnoy and Megyn Kelly.
Oh my God, we have Dave there. Yeah, today's show is going to be crazy. We got Bill Belichick. What was that? Nobody expected that to come out. Like it wasn't on my bingo card. Bill Belichick, if you don't know, he used to be the coach of the New England Patriots. And sorry, I do have an itch, so I got to do it. She hates it when funny. I know, but there's something going on in my hair.
Oh dear.
Well, not like that. So Bill Belichick, he's a football coach, if you don't know, the non-Americans. And he's always been like a quiet kind of reserved guy and just does this off the rails interview. It was pretty interesting. So.
With his girlfriend.
Yeah, so we'll show you that.
25-year-old girlfriend.
Oh my God, this has been the hardest morning.
Hi Tessie, thank you so much. We have a great shelter coming up.
Yes.
Nancy, I don't know if she put it in the descriptions or not.
I put it in the description box below. If you are new here, we actually appreciate it if you go directly to the link in the description box below.
It's Gulf Coast Humane Society.
This place is great. I was talking to one of my friends on Twitter, and there's this dog. Thank goodness he got rescued. He got pulled. He needed surgery and stuff.
Oh.
But he was in Corpus Christi, Texas, and Texas is a kill state. So I looked for one in Corpus Christi, and we found this. These guys are great. They're a no-kill animal shelter. And they, they've dedicated to providing the best care possible to animals under their roof, as well as animals in the community. They strive to save as many lives as possible by tagging from local euthanasia lists.
Perfect.
That's why Stephanie and I are here. That's why we're here.
That's why I wrote that book.
Yeah. We don't want the tips. We don't want any super stickers. We want you to go directly. I'm not going to get in trouble for this if it goes off again. Okay. Just be careful.
I
will. We ask that you directly go to those rescues that we put in the description box below, because that way they get the money instantly. You get a receipt for your tax returns. And we don't have to do it. We don't have to go through the middleman.
Save a dog, save a cat.
It's less messy that way. So that is what we prefer. We only highlight animal shelters that are small and that rescue pets out of high kill shelters. And that's why we are here, and we love you guys.
Yeah.
I can't wait to buy your book.
We will talk about it later on as the show progresses. Oh, wow. What a crazy week.
I'm hoping you won't. I have to. Every time I go for my head, you look at me. So I'm just
it's
trying
not
to do
just
it
look at the color.
Guys, have you ever woken up before and had like a full blown allergy attack?
Yes.
Like this one was full blown. This was full blown. It was like my skin was itching, my nose was going, I was sneezing. I just woke up like this. It was 4:30 because I came downstairs and I was like, "Where's the Benadryl?" Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And she's like, "What's your problem?" I go, I think I'm having an allergy attack.
But this happens every year. It's the lilacs. We have these beautiful lilacs in the backyard. And do you take a picture for them to see?
I did. I put it up.
Yeah. But Nancy's struggling, man. I mean, she is struggling. And it's like, maybe it's because you're sleeping at my house this year, and my house goes directly to our neighbors that has all those jasmine tree things coming up.
But you told me to sleep with my window shut, and I did. I listened to you, and it was still bad.
No, I opened it halfway for you because you seemed a little hot.
So I was just like, I was so bad. So like, if I go I'm just having an allergy attack. Sorry. Hi.
Take some Benadryl, man.
I don't want to be like.
I know.
Do you guys ever take like allergy pills? And
I do.
You get like sluggish. I don't want to get sluggish.
Like if I take Claritin, I'm done for the day.
I know.
I'll be dead for the day.
But like I said, it was such a tough morning because Tim Dillon he dropped his new podcast.
Because they're giving it to us.
Yeah. And I literally, that's like the first thing I do. I have a notification. I put it on. He's my favorite podcaster ever. I love Tim Dillon. And he's talking about Harry and Harry's wine fest. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't watch it. I want to react with everybody and Stephanie because this is going to be good. I'm like, when can we start?
Should we start it now?
I don't know. We have 1,072 in here. Can we start?
Yeah, start
it. I also will do a clip and put it up tomorrow. So if you're not catching it right away, but don't worry, I will clip it because I know it's going to be good. There's no way this is going to be bad. Tim Dillon never disappoints.
So is Tim Dillon talking about the interview Harry did yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Okay, we want to hear it with you, Nancy. Nancy gets very excited. Maybe this will help your allergies.
Should we go now, guys? Can we start?
Yeah,
Are we okay? All right. Yeah, we got enough people. Let's do it. Don't worry. I'll make a clip show if you want to watch it again. Because I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I have to rewind Tim Dillon because I'm laughing. I'm falling off the bed. I'm laughing so hard.
Let's get a good chuckle on this Saturday night.
Look she's so calm right now because she does not understand.
Well, I took Claritin.
Where is it? Okay, guys, are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay, we're gonna pull up Tim Dillon. I'm not gonna do the whole podcast, but we're pulling up Tim Dillon.
Yeah, just Harry's part, right?
Obviously.
Okay.
Tim Dillon.
We got a big show. We can't do
Normally, I have already watched these clips, but I'm watching this for the first time. Let's go.
Is everyone saying hold Nancy back?
I love him.
Prince Harry, by the way, shout out to Piers Morgan, who not only had me on, but I enjoy him. And he said, get Piers Morgan's Instagram up because, God, he fucking nailed this. He had a great quote about Prince Harry. Piers Morgan said this. This is his most recent post about Prince Harry, who, he said, where was this? Was this not on his IG? He said, I stand, but no, not his show, him. Get his personal one. I follow his personal one. It's more fun. Yes. Let me read this. Read it, producer, because I want the wording exactly right. You're closer to it.
I stand with King Charles against his treacherous rat of a son, Harry.
Correct. That is correct. By the way, that is correct. That is correct. That is correct. Who's with me? Piers Morgan. Say it again. Play it again, Sam. Say it.
I stand with King Charles against his treacherous rat of a son, Harry. Who's with me?
I am Piers. I am with you because Harry is a rat and he's treacherous. He's a treacherous rat and his father's dying of cancer and he's on an interview. Yeah, let's play a little bit of this. This is absolutely repulsive. This Prince Harry, he's a gutless human being. His father's got cancer, and this guy, he just sucks. They're still whining about bullshit, these people. I mean, it really is such a fucking nightmare. You have a dad who's got cancer, who's fighting a battle and he might not win it, and then you're on an interview whining about your family? All right, let's take a little listen here.
I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done. So, I miss the UK. I miss parts of the UK, of course I do. And I think it's really quite sad that I won't be able to show, my children my homeland. There is a lot of control and ability in my father's hands. Ultimately, this whole thing could be resolved through him. Not necessarily by intervening, but by
he has cancer.
Aside, allowing the experts.
He's fighting cancer, you prick.
Through him. Not necessarily by intervening, but by stepping aside, allowing the experts to do what is necessary and to carry out an RMB. That said, this all was initiated under a previous government. There is now a new government. I have had it described to me, once people knew about the facts, that this is an good old-fashioned establishment stitch-up, and that's what it feels like. There have been so many disagreements, differences between me and some of my family.
This is the problem. Him and this woman want more security. They were supposed to live on the property, and they get the security being in the castle. They don't want that. They want to live somewhere else and then have the royal family pay for their security. And the royal family's like, hey, man, we offered you a nice cottage on the grounds of the castle. And enough. Like, what is it with you people? He's got enough money. They're rich. They can pay for their own security. They're con artists. And they're like, number one, I guess stop doing things that make people want to kill you. That's number one. But stop doing that. But number two, you're fine. You're safe. You'll have enough security. This is like a fake-ish. They're con artists. And this has been their sticking point is the security. Keep playing this goon.
This current situation that has been ongoing for 5 years with regard to human life and safety. is the sticking point.
Right.
It is the only thing that's left. Of course, some members of my family will never forgive me for writing a book. Of course, they will never forgive me for lots of things.
By the way, I'll be saying this exact thing when my book comes out. It's like I'm attacking him. I'll be saying the same thing in 6 months.
I would love reconciliation with my family.
Then call them. You're on the BBC. You're on a news show. This guy's on a news show. I would love a reconciliation with my family. Then call it. Supposedly they won't take his call. I wouldn't either. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. But it would be nice to reconcile. As I learned through the First Nations throughout Canada, because of the Invictus Games, their goal in life was always truth and reconciliation. Oh God!
And I turned around to them in many conversations. I said, "Right, but
as I learned from the savages that we imprisoned many years ago, their goal in life was reconciliation." That this guy, he's demanding like security. She's paranoid. They think everyone's trying to kill. By the way, this is the worst. These are the worst type of people. The people that, no matter what, can never have like enough security around. They're clearly safe. They have security. They've been offered a place to live on the grounds of a fucking castle, and they want like around the clock full security. What is happening here? Like, that's the only reason that this guy is still in this multi-year war with his cancer-stricken father is because he doesn't have enough security. All right, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Reconcile with your family, you fishwife. That's an English insult. Fishwife. Mark Zuckerberg says it.
Spot on, Tim.
I could have had an hour of that.
Could have too. I mean, just the way he definitely thinks like you. Because if you watch our video from yesterday, Nancy is spewing the exact same thing. I mean, everyone is so frustrated with this guy. You want to reconcile? Of course you want to reconcile now because you have no other options. You lost the court appeal. Yeah. You're running out of money. Your wife is not bringing home the bacon.
No.
It's not like she married a prince.
Yeah.
I mean, you have no other options. He is a moron. And then instead of going to his dad or flying to the UK, he goes on another show and starts whining about how awful his dad is.
But he's lying because he's like, my dad won't talk to me because of this court case. That is such a lie. Look at what Piers Morgan put up. This was on the cover of The Sun. The moment when you realize you're now a dead-eyed, drug-addled, pussy-whipped, whiny, entitled, arrogant, hypocritical little twerp, loathed by your family and public.
Well,
true.
Allegedly, but
yeah,
that's what Pierce says. Not
good for him. Oh, did Bill Maher did a rant too?
Oh, okay, I'm sure a lot of people did.
I'll look for that and we'll react to it on a different show.
I'm sure a lot of people did, but at the same time,
keep that up while we talk.
Oh dear.
No, I love that picture.
I do love that picture.
Good job, son.
He definitely looks like he's struggling. That's for sure.
What did he think? What do you got? Like, tell us in the comments. What the hell did he think was going to come out of this?
He thought he might win.
No. I'm talking about out of this. Listen, he lost by having this interview. Then we said yesterday, Americans are not going to handle this with kid gloves.
Yeah,
we're going. And you guys want to know the second episode of this new season of South Park? They're doing Meghan's cooking show.
Oh my!
The second episode.
How did you find that out?
Because you can see the episode list. And the episode
and they say
list,
Meghan's thing?
Yeah. So guys, get ready. Yeah, I guess
are
you gonna make us? I remember last time, Stephanie, we did it, and you were so bored because
I wasn't bored.
She didn't want to watch it because she's not a South Park fan, but I made her a South Park fan.
Well, I don't watch the other ones,
but can you imagine the privacy tour? How are they going to elevate it? I just don't even know. But I know Trey Parker and Matt Stone are gonna just kill it. I know they're gonna kill it.
You're right, Marcia. Nobody wants to pay for those two idiots security, but it is more optics. It's like, I love how Tim Dillon makes that a point where it's like they want the security like Kim wanted the security after the fake robbery.
Explain to them,
allegedly.
the people that don't know.
I personally believe that Kim Kardashian wasn't robbed the way she said she was robbed in Paris. That's my opinion. I have my right to my opinion. I think that she wanted to up the security for the optics of it. She wanted to look like Jackie O. She wanted to look like Princess Diana. She wanted that, she was losing status. She was losing stock. And then it was like, oh, how am I going to get my stock back? How am I going to look regal and sophisticated? Oh, I'll get robbed, and then people will feel sorry for me, and then I'll have security 24 hours a day. Now look at her now. She's doing the same thing that she did before the robbery, wearing walking around in fur coats, one bodyguard behind her. She's letting her children be in music videos now. That's appropriate. You want to keep your children safe, but you're putting them in music videos that exploit children, that sexualize children.
Well, there was a lot of people that came out after that, including Howard Stern. Yeah, she did it to upstage. He probably did do it to upstage Charlotte. Tessie thinks that.
I think so too.
Princess Charlotte.
Well, I don't think he thought he was going to lose. I think there were so many yes men around him saying, "You've got this, dude."
Then he's really stupid because it wasn't like he lost the case.
Right.
This was just an appeal.
No, I know.
So Buckingham
and he said,
Palace,
"I'm tired of fighting.
Yeah.
I'm tired of fighting."
Buckingham Palace came out with a statement, and I'm just going to read it real fast. Oh my God, this keeps coming up on my thing. This better not be true. I'm sorry. This
Squid Game.
A Squid Game thing.
No, that's AI. Sorry, that was me.
Sorry, just a Squid Game thing real fast. They're trying to say that Thanos lived.
But you have to.
Yeah, okay. That
Let's stay with the chat.
Okay, what was that? Oh, so Buckingham Palace released a statement. I'm going to read it. It's very short and sweet. They're just like,
"Hey, Angela. Angela's here. I don't think Harry's brain fully developed." Even Diana thought he wasn't that bright. Allegedly. She has been proven correct. You are correct, sir.
You are correct.
Correct, sir.
Where do you think he filmed that too? Where was that?
Doesn't it look like Jane Pauley set?
It did look like the Jane Pauley.
And I said that it looks like a hotel room in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, it was a really weird.
Doesn't it look like a hotel room in Breaking Bad?
I've never seen Breaking Bad, but
I never have either. But I know the pop culture of it.
Yeah,
I know that's where it'd be. Diana thought he was thick. Who knows? Who knows? I know Diana. If she was alive right now, she'd be.
This would be happening.
This would not be happening. She would not be cool with this. And I know that he would definitely want to, listen to his mom at this point. I don't know why. That's the thing. It's like when he brought Meghan into the situation, that's how loving the Queen was. That's how loving Princess Catherine and Prince William were towards Meghan. They embraced her. They said, "Come on in." If Diana was still there, it would have been like, "Hold on. Let me check this girl. Let me check her out."
It just wouldn't have happened. I think he would have had more confidence.
No, but I'm just saying his dad probably let him get away with more than his mom would have.
Don't you love it when you pull up articles and they have like pages and pages of like one little statement that you're looking for?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the Buckingham Palace statement.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
No,
what did they say? Is this about the interview?
Yeah, it's very short and sweet.
Oh, but I can't believe they said anything.
Well, I think they had to say something.
Buckingham
Palace is different than King Charles speaking.
No, but you know what I'm saying. I mean,
I'm sure King Charles had something
I have not seen Breaking Bad. I apologize. I was going through a very messy divorce when that show came out.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Yeah,
I have not seen it. So I didn't know. I was watching like Big Brother during my divorce. I was watching like Kardashians, things that I didn't really have to think about. Because I was not in a good place.
Man, the internet is cruel with this. Okay, here it is. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. A Buckingham Palace spokesperson said following the verdict.
Okay.
All of these issues have been examined repeatedly and meticulously by the courts with the same conclusion reached on each occasion. Basically, it's code for stop being a whiny little bee.
There you go.
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
So they're just saying, like, we agree with the outcome.
They're saying first of all, they had nothing to do with it. It's the government. The government is different than the palace. For him to go, okay, this was my problem. I can't remember if I said it yesterday, but he's doing what they did on the Oprah interview when they called the royal family racist. They know they can't defend themselves, the royal family. So they're telling a bunch of dumb Americans right now that King Charles is the government. He's part of the government, and that if he could, he would give them security. And a bunch of dumbass Americans who don't know how the system works over there are thinking, wow, his dad is such a jerk. He has nothing to do with it. That's why people like us have to come out and go, look, guys, we may not be like, huge monarchists and agree with everything that the monarchy is about, but you have to tell the truth.
Exactly. And we also know why it went from he lost 5 seconds later, he's on TV. He wanted that to get planted into the dumb people's heads, the Sussex squad going, see who did it? It was Daddy. Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Daddy let me down.
It makes perfect sense if you're stupid. It makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. You did not have to do that.
They're gonna love that.
Today
we have an awesome rescue.
To the Gulf Coast Humane Society in Corpus Christi. Very nice of you.
Texas needs you. Thank you.
If Diana were alive, this would have never happened. If they hadn't met, he wouldn't have done anything to her. Yes. Yeah.
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 I mean, Diana had a strong hold on the
Your
boys,
dog is
sure.
so cute. I'm going to guess it's a Maltese. We had a Bichon Frise.
Could be a mix.
It looks like a Maltese or a mix or something. We had a Bichon, and oh my God, my mom loved that dog more than she loved us. And that's hard to do.
They say, you have an Italian or a Jewish mother when the mother loves a dog more than
yes,
the kids.
That's true.
No, that's like the gag going on in the Jewish and Italian community. It's like, we get it. We get it.
It's a Maltese. Very cute. Yeah, we would everyone thought Monique was a Maltese too. And we'd be like, no, it's a Bichon Frise, but they look so much alike. And they're so cute.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
are help.
so
Texas needs
much.
you, and we're going to send all of that to them.
So, Stephanie, Gavin Newsom had to weigh in.
Oh, now on what?
On Harry getting
Harry's interview.
So can you go get a pen and paper for me?
Sure.
I need. I get that. I'm an independent now, and I vote with my conscience, with my common sense brain. I'm still a registered Democrat, but I just want to write down in case I forget.
Yes, Nancy.
Let me write it down right here. If Gavin Newsom runs for president in 2028,
okay,
against Hitler, vote for Hitler. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, you want to know why I wrote that down? Just in case I forget. Okay, here we go. Gavin Newsom weighing in on it.
She's kidding.
Hitler's dead. It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's a bad.
Californians by the name of Harry and Meghan are in the news today because Prince Harry wanted a better security deal in his eyes from the UK. Do you think our country has handled this member of the royal family well?
Well, I'm a little biased. I don't know. And I mean that. I quite literally haven't paid enough attention to how your country has handled it. I will say this. They're proud residents. And I'm proud they're residents of California. And I've gotten to know them. And you talk about those wildfires. I just want you to know, without any fanfare, one of the first volunteers that I saw within hours of the fires was Prince Harry and his wife. And that was a point of pride. They didn't need to be there. And it's not the first time. I've had dozen experiences. And by the way, I'm not exaggerating. 10, 11 experiences similar where the Prince and Meghan have shown up. So that's all I can add to the conversation.
What were they doing in the firefighting crisis?
They were doing two things. They were showing up for first responders, of which they have a unique connection, and I see that in terms of the rapport. And they were also showing up for the community without being asked. They were there handing out materials and supplies, asking if they can get involved in the food banks in distribution of emergency supplies. I saw that in floods down in Santa Barbara. I saw that in other fires that got less attention in the past. I've had the Prince reach out to me on other causes asking, how can I get involved in a way that doesn't generate all the attention? And that to me is a character test. That's my direct interaction. All the rest, I leave all that noise to others and in more objective minds.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
I mean, he just lost the presidency. If he plans on running.
Oh, he'll never freaking win now. Shame, shame, shame.
Now, I stay a registered Democrat just for reasons like this, because we vote in the primaries. And the primaries, yeah. So the primaries are very important. So, yeah.
Wow, what a piece of poop.
What a
liar.
Yeah.
Slime
who
ball.
Just wrote the
and
slime
then I
ball.
love it's like, well, what exactly did they do?
What didn't they do?
What didn't they do?
Yeah.
I mean, they were sewing ropes together for the fire hoses. Megyn,
they were weaving.
They were weaving the hoses. Megyn was shining the poles.
They called me up to ask me what they could do without any fanfare.
They were feeding the Dalmatians that go in the trucks. They were not stepping on top of bodies.
No, absolutely not.
They were actually help crushing down the ashes to the body so the cremation process would be easier. They were not stepping on bodies.
That was a service.
It was a
That was a service to the families.
They were crushing on top of private memories, scrapbooks.
It was easier to clean up.
It was easier. Do you know how much easier it is to clean up a mess if it's compacted?
Yeah.
If you compact it with your big shoes coming in? Oh, no. What did they not do?
Yeah.
And then they were giving out some food. Her friend Jose was there. They were giving out some, some
hugs.
Lots of hugs.
They completely passed a guy in a wheelchair and didn't pay attention once the cameras were
the
off.
camera went to the right and the guy to the wheelchair was at the left. So they had to follow the camera to the right. But, what did they not do?
Lady Jilly Bean says, I think he is struggling with the royal family no longer protecting him like they did before Meghan Markle. He blames them, not her. Needs a security blanket.
Oh, no, he hates them. He hates them.
Look how cute your doggy is.
You know what, Gavin? You're such a
Megyn should have worn her huge man pants to help clean up the debris. She wore shoes without socks.
She wore white shoes.
She wore white shoes without socks.
She was totally prepared.
to a destruction
totally prepared.
Zone. Oh my gosh!
I mean, everybody was just looking at that, and
answer this
and guys,
question.
They were the first ones on the scene.
Yeah.
Gavin said that.
I know.
Prince Harry was the first one on the scene.
You wonder why California is in disarray and everyone's moving. You just wonder.
We were there at the right time.
Oh, we were there at the perfect time.
Yeah.
We had Schwarzenegger and what's his face?
Schwarzenegger and he was.
Who else?
Oh, I can't
remember. The other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah. But back then you didn't care. You voted for the best candidate.
Yeah.
You didn't care if they had a D or an R in front of their name. Back then. Back in the good old days.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Gavin is as fake as Meg.
God.
She dressed for the camera, not for the work. She wore the same shoes that she wore for that Jamie Kern Lima interview.
Oh yeah, she's like
with no size. She's
just
casual.
What I wear.
Yeah, I wear this
casual
when I go to disaster zones.
When I go to disaster zones and I walk on people's property.
Yeah,
and I walk on the ashes of their dead animals.
That's what I do. Okay, Billy Bush has something to say about this.
I
Jamie
saw
Kern
this.
Lima. Now, Billy Bush, if you don't know him, he was the guy in the bus.
with President Trump.
I feel bad for him because I'm from the school of it was locker room.
My
talk.
dad plays golf.
Yeah, I don't want to know what they say in that locker room.
I don't want to know what.
I don't know what.
I don't want to know what my dad's
not the dad
would
say.
No, I'm just saying.
Not dad.
Not dad. But I don't want to know what dad and his friends are talking about in the country club locker room.
Exactly. So
if you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, you'll know more about how that goes.
Billy Bush is on a bus with Donald Trump, and there's a hot mic, if you guys don't already know. And
Billy Bush, mic and a hot girl.
Billy Bush didn't actually say it, but Billy Bush is like any situation that anyone would be in. Like if Donald Trump was across from me talking about like stuff like that and I was a dude, what are you going to say? You know what? That's really not nice to say about women.
You're being offensive to
women. Come on. Give me a break. Okay. So his career was ruined. He got canceled off. I think he was on Access Hollywood, but he has a podcast now. So he is weighing in on that crazy interview that
kind of looks like Grey Kinnear.
He does. He's aging really nice.
Yeah.
Did Meghan Markle go on her friend's podcast because she has a new policy of softball questions only? Or she knew her friend would take the brunt of the beatdown in the comment section?
And I think so many people also have this question for you is, Megyn, how are you? And are you okay?
That's so kind. I am. I'm better than okay. How are you?
I know you always make it about me. Today, which by the way, I just have to say, you are the most generous friend. You show up for your friends. Today, I just get to talk about you, which I'm excited about. But how are you doing? There's so much going on.
Where have I seen you before, girl?
I'm going to do a terrific show today, and I'm going to help people because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Hello.
If that woman has a daily affirmations app, I'm in.
So Harry and Meghan are basically just giving it to us. They're giving us the content. We don't have to work that hard this weekend.
We really don't.
It's not that difficult. I mean, if you have a brain and a sense of humor and some common knowledge.
Lost Beyond Pluto got some 411 on this Jamie Kern Lima stuff. I was shocked. Have you seen this?
No.
I was shocked, you guys. And Billy Bush is right. Was it extra? People are saying extra access. It's all the same. Okay.
But thank you.
Lost Beyond Pluto found footage of Jamie Kern Lima's real voice.
Oh dear. So she uses a different voice.
I don't know which one is her real voice, but this is creepy AF.
So she's bipolar.
Yeah, go give Lost Beyond Pluto a sub if you don't already. It's a great channel.
Schizo.
This is weird, you guys.
Jamie used to be a serious news anchor. What? They didn't teach her how to tone it down and speak with more authority and more depth and without that creepy Cheshire cat grin plastered on her face? Oh wait, looks like they did.
Oregon, Jamie Kern, the 10 o'clock news.
So this was a deliberate choice on her part. Nice to know. But Jamie used to be...
Sorry, Stephanie was talking.
Sorry, I remember her. I didn't recognize her because of all the surgery.
Are you sure she was Portland?
Yes.
Go check. Google
Nancy,
it. Just Google it. That's how you have to
her
do.
At some events that I used to go to.
Just Jamie Kern, not Lima. She wasn't.
Okay, just play it. Just play it.
Grin plastered on her face. Oh wait, looks like they did.
Oregon, Jamie Kern, the 10 o'clock news.
So this was a deliberate choice on her part. Nice to know.
Yeah, I did hear Oregon.
Nancy,
was it Portland though?
Nancy, I remember her.
I would just do it. That is creepy, you guys. That's creepy. You don't go from that voice to that weird, obviously she's in a cult, allegedly, obviously. I mean, that is so creepy. You find it?
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I know. I heard Oregon. I do know what you
probably
mean.
But you remember that girl?
I heard the word
remember
Oregon.
That woman though?
Yeah. We'll see.
She looks just like her.
You guys will let us know. Someone will let us know. That Cheshire. But what happened to her, Clifford? Yeah. This is so strange.
Let's do it.
She's getting the brunt of it in the comments. Not Megyn. It's Jamie's the new star. Because people didn't know her. She was making money off the Oprah circuit. That's how, I mean, she made, is it IT or IT Cosmetics? I think it's IT. I don't know. But she did cosmetics and then she sold the cosmetics company. And now she's a guru. She wrote this dumb book called Worthy. And that's her grift. That's like her thing. Oh, she was on QVC too. She had a smile and she had a smile and voice like that on QVC.
Yes, she was. She was the anchor in Portland, Oregon.
It was important. What channel?
Hold on, I gotta look.
God, that's weird. Well, you wouldn't know. How would you know?
Because I remember her face. She was a brunette.
Her face is different now.
For KPTV.
Okay, Channel 4.
That's crazy.
Oh no, KTU. So yeah. KPTV is CBS?
Channel 12.
Channel 12. Oh yeah, Channel 12. Sorry.
Dude,
Jamie was Betty.
I remember her. She had a bob. She had brown hair, and she did like segments.
Yeah, she's been markled for sure.
What?
Yeah. And you know what else is interesting?
That's crazy.
She has been markled.
She lived in Portland.
She's managed to like fly under the radar.
Yeah,
and grift women with low self-esteem. She's managed to do that for a while now.
I'm shocked.
Having Megyn on her show has ruined her empire because now people are like figuring out who she is. Who is that girl, you guys, she would do like all the circuits, like the Beachbody circuits and all the other MLM circuits. And then she ended up getting called out.
It's weird because
she was this motivational speaker. Guys, you know who I'm talking about. Who was that?
Why are we talking about her?
She ended up getting, no, because I'm thinking they're kind of like the same person where you get like found out. Now would be a really good time for Stephanie.
This is just crazy.
Yeah. Now would be a really good time for you to bring up.
Yes. So everybody, I just want to thank everybody. I wrote a book. I wrote it, illustrated. I just want to say I'm not the best illustrator. Okay. So this was, I just want to give a quick backstory on this. Nancy was teaching kindergarten classes at the Wesley School.
You didn't have to give the name of the school.
Oh, sorry. You said it a million times.
I know, but
well, how come you can say it, but
I
can't?
Say it?
You've said it a million times.
Oh, Rachel Hollis. I want to shout out this person.
Oh.
North Georgia, Tanya. Yes, Rachel Hollis. See, you guys read my mind.
Susan Powder. Yeah, she was.
No. This was Rachel Hollis, and she was. She would grift the MLM circuit.
Yeah,
and she wrote books, and then she got she got canceled because they found out she was like a phony and stuff. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, so I just what happened was my boyfriend at the time and we wanted to adopt a dog, so we went to the Van Nuys Animal Shelter and we went to this guy and a little old man named Rocky, and he had been volunteering at the Van Nuys Shelter for years, and he was just sweet man. And we went up to him and we said, "Listen, we want the dog, the dog who's going to be euthanized next.
Yes,
the one to go next." And he goes, "Well, here's a 5-year-old named, I think his name was Sonny or something. He had been hit by a car and he broke his leg. He had some kidney problems, and the owners had just dumped him at the hospital because they didn't want him and they couldn't pay his vet bills. So they took him to this kill shelter in Van Nuys."
Brilliant.
Not cool. Well, so Rick and I ended up adopting Rocky. We got his kidneys all done. His leg was great. You know?
Remember the staples.
He had staples and stuff.
Scar, yeah.
So we ended up adopting him. And then in our heads, we were like, you know what? We should write a book dedicated to the old man at the shelter named Rocky. And so we ended up naming our dog Rocky. And then we wrote a book about it. So the book.
Say you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You want me to?
Oh, she said thank you.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for saying
so
that.
Much.
So my boyfriend at the time, again, we didn't know what we were doing. I was printing out the words on the laptop, print them out. We had remember those huge poster size things at Party City. Rick and I would then illustrate each board. Okay. Then put the stuff that the words on the boards, take it to Kinko's, had to shrink it down and make it into a book. So that's what we did. This is all from scratch.
This was back in LA.
This is back in LA. This is not this is Rick and I with color pencils. This is what
they want to know who Rick is.
Oh, he's my ex-boyfriend. He's a comedian who lives in Seattle now. Great comedian. And it just didn't work out. But we shared Rocky, and
they're all Googling Rick right now.
I'm sure he's a great comedian, and we wrote the book, and then Nancy's class, we gave everybody a copy of the book in your class, and the kids loved it.
And then you made coloring books for them.
Then we made coloring books for them because, again, this was a labor of love. Rick and I wrote this. Again, we are not.
Are you still friends?
Are we still friends?
No.
I'm gonna say that's complicated, with couples like that. But we did share Rocky, and Rocky was the love of our life. And,
okay,
Rocky
he had
passed
Rocky
away
for like maybe a year or two.
No, but Rocky was
the love of my life too.
Oh,
I just want to say because I love that.
Okay,
dog.
Nancy, it was your dog. It wasn't Nancy's dog though. But you may say Rick was the one that got away. Maybe that's what we should say.
Maybe.
Rick was the one that got away. He was a good guy. And so we wrote this book, and finally I got it up on Amazon, and Rick and I came to the agree. I remember going to him years ago, and I said, listen, I really want to put all the money into animal shelters and the Humane Society. He said, Stephanie, do what you want with the book. He goes, it's yours. It's, we wrote it together. I just want to help animals. And that's what we did. So we finally put it up on Amazon. You guys could go purchase it. I am so excited. It actually today made the #1 on Amazon new releases book list. #1. So these are already selling, guys, and I'm so excited. So please go buy your copy. 100% of the profits go directly to animal charities.
Animal charities that rescue animals off death row.
Off death row. That's our mission in life right now. That's what we want to do. That's what we're trying to do.
We just sent a check to Shelter Chic because this dog was had medical problems. I just want to give you guys an idea of what we do. This was in an NYC shelter. And New York, unfortunately, is a kill state. So anytime you see Stephanie and I pledging or doing anything on Twitter, we are using the money to pledge so these animals get taken off death row. Look at who we saved today. Sweet little Tyson.
Look at who you have saved today.
But
you guys
it's not us. All we do is pledge. It's you guys who go to these shelters and give money. Another thing I want to say is, please, please, please. There's a lot of crappy people out there that will say, oh, you got this dog out. Here's a PayPal. Never go through like a PayPal or anything. Go directly through the website of the shelter. Make sure it's a 501c because there's a lot of crappy scammers out there.
But please, guys, just go and purchase. It's a lovely little tale. It's very easy. It's a very easy read. We wrote the book for preschool, kindergarten, first grade ages. This, it's like we wanted a book that the kids could try to sound out the words and all that stuff. So it's called My Really Special, Super Terrific, One-of-a-Kind Dog. It follows the story of a little boy who goes to a shelter and ends up picking out a dog with a disability. And boy, is he happy, and that dog becomes his best friend. So thank you so much for everyone who has already bought it. And I will mention it as much as I can, just so we could get the word out on the importance of animal adoption. So
yeah,
thank you guys so much. Yes, Rick is very cute and very talented. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll get back together. Nobody knows.
It's a chow. Stephanie, can I just say one thing?
Yes.
I am extremely proud of you.
Oh, thanks, dude.
I love you. I love you too. Okay, moving on.
Is the dog missing a leg? Yes. It's
a
three-legged dog.
What's cool about it, and what I remember my kindergartners, when they read this, they all, oh my God, I had so many parents coming to me then going, they want a three-legged dog. We're showing the importance of how
you can pick one out.
Just pick one out. You don't need the perfect dog. They could be anything because they're going to be perfect for you. So,
and again, guys, I just want to say, Rick and I, that's all us. That is there. We didn't go into a computer and paste in color. We literally
she did. Yeah, I remember.
That was all us with color pencil. So that's a labor of love.
Back in the day.
That was a labor of love, and we really put our heart into it for our dog.
I don't even think we had internet back then.
Of course we did.
I meant the world had internet, but we rarely used it.
But we were not graphic artists.
No.
We just took storyboards and we would color in stuff and then go to Kinko's and you do your thing. Blah, blah, blah.
So maybe after
Nancy put the link to purchase the book. Where'd you put it?
I'm gonna put it after the show.
Okay.
I couldn't do it during the show.
Okay, got it.
But after the show,
but the link is also on my ex and Nancy's ex.
Yeah, but I'll put the link in the description box below if you want to purchase.
So thank you everybody.
So
thank you everybody. Fun little labor of love.
I feel bad going back into Meghan Markle.
After this, well, she feel
guilty.
She doesn't do much for dogs. That's
I feel
for sure.
guilty.
I don't know what she's done for the Mayhew.
Okay, I haven't heard this yet, but obviously, only available online for now. I guess, yeah, for now. I'll maybe do a giveaway where you autograph.
I will. I'm getting 10 author copies. So when I get those 10 in the mail, I'll sign them and then I'll do a 10 book giveaway.
Now, Stephanie, is this as monumental as The Bench? You think you'll make the New York Times bestseller?
I don't think she wrote The Bench.
Allegedly.
I think Rick and I actually wrote this. It's from our heart.
Have you read The Bench?
No,
I'm pretty sure she wrote it.
Well, I don't know.
Really crappy.
I don't know. I think she had some help there.
It's really crappy. But we also want to give a huge shout out because trust me, this book would not have happened as far as it getting bound and put together
and published without our mom.
Without our mom.
Yeah, my mom did most of the grunt
She
work.
did everything. I'm not kidding, you guys.
She talked to the people on the phone. You got to call people, I guess.
She okayed the copies.
You got to type emails to people.
Yeah.
She should be our manager at this point.
She should have her name on the book.
Well,
she pretty much is. And
well,
then
she didn't write it.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But she also this
is
is both our parents because we're so like we don't like dealing with money and all this stuff. They're the ones who are so gracious and they're the ones
who saved that dog over there.
They're the
little baby again.
Yeah, they're the ones who send it's back there. They're the ones that send the checks out, keep our minds in order, because if we tried doing it,
look at that.
My head would explode if
my
I tried.
mom and dad saved that dog.
Yeah. So,
cool?
Sweet Tyson.
But
they're the ones who like keep our head in check, because if I tried doing that myself, I'd probably, like I said, my dad's a successful business owner. My mom also help my dad
with the bookkeeping
and everything.
So thank you, mom and dad. Thanks
much.
Everybody who supported this. So let's move on to the show.
Moving on. Dave Portnoy.
Oh dear.
Friend of the show. I wish. Dave Portnoy, who is also an animal lover.
He's a dog daddy.
He was on Megyn Kelly.
I love them together.
I haven't seen this yet, but obviously this isn't the entire show. I clipped out the portion of him talking about Meghan Markle. So if you haven't seen it, buckle up. If you have, you're going to watch it again. Because I waited too. Okay.
He has done the world premiere episode of actually being on someone else's podcast. And the someone else her name is Jamie Kern Lima. Now, I have actually interviewed this person, but I didn't realize I had interviewed this person because she founded IT Cosmetics, which I remember interviewing her at NBC. I think it's the same lady. I could be wrong. She looks a little different. But anyway, she was a news anchor, and she realized that you have a need for like cosmetics that are a little bit thicker because of the Klieg lights and all that. And her brand became $1 billion brand, and she sold it to L'Oreal for $1.2 billion in 2016.
All for news anchor, like makeup?
Yeah.
By the way, no one offered me makeup at all here.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
We sold you down the river. So she now has a podcast and is also apparently friends with Meghan. And in the world premiere of podcast, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, she pulled out all the stops. Here is the intro of the episode. Look at this.
Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, in her first ever podcast interview.
I'm going to fast forward it, guys, because we've already seen this. I love Dave because when Megyn Kelly's talking to him, he literally looks like our dad. anytime we bring up Megyn, like any
he's just like
I want to talk about sports.
Can we play 18?
Yeah, here we go.
Harry, Duke of Sussex.
Oh my God.
Why don't you like her?
I just threw up a little in my mouth.
What?
Let me count the ways. There's nothing I like about her.
Do you know her?
No, but she is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. My castle's too small. Yeah. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm going to put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends, while she never stops whining. And at the same time, I'm getting all worked up. I'm a founder. I'm over it. She's not important. She married for money. It's very clear. She bagged the elephant. She was thrilled. She became a quote princess.
Well, you can.
He also looks like my boyfriend whenever I go on a rant
about Megyn.
No, seriously, that is the face my boyfriend makes whenever he goes, so what's going on in Megyn
Drinking time.
And I go like 2 hours of it then. That's literally my face.
It was planned from the beginning. She denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on it.
Before they met?
Yes. And she wants to
That's
pretend.
impressive. You got to admit that is impressive.
She nailed it. Yeah.
Because a lot of people probably did that.
It was like shooting fish in a barrel. With all that self-help talk, he was no match for her.
That is literally me and my boyfriend. I'm sorry, because I haven't seen it. It's literally like he can't get a word in edgewise.
So as we unpack like an onion, some of the things I'm interested in, I actually like the royal family. I think it's cool. So
that's another thing. She killed the queen.
She did kill the queen.
In my opinion.
I agree with you. I can't have someone marry into the royal family and then be like, woe is me, of all these attention or whatever you're getting from being. It's no kidding. It's the royal family.
I can't believe I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah, all this stuff. And then didn't they renounce their royalty, but they still want the royalty? Yeah. So it is hypocritical to get into that situation and then want nothing to do with it, but you do want anything to do with it. I don't have as strong of feelings as you do for her. I don't care for her. I wouldn't put her in a hate category of mine. I don't like her. I didn't see that interview, but yeah, I'm a Royals guy. So I like the Royal. I think it's kind of cool, the history, the pageantry, and to just come in and kind of blow it up and then cry. It's like, whoa, is
and
me.
She's a bully. I mean, the reports were uniformly from inside the castle that all the young women in particular who worked for her quit in tears. She so wore them down and was so nasty. Then when she started her own company, similar reports coming out from Montecito about how no one can work for her. She's a nightmare behind the scenes, and not toward the betterment of her staff, just because she's an insecure person who takes it out on other people.
What was up with the no makeup? That had to be an intentional
That's
move.
another thing. Maureen was saying this on her. Maureen Callahan has a new podcast for part of our network. And
with the makeup lady.
Yeah, and exactly right. And it's bullshit. So first of all, she had the hair blown out. It was perfect. I do not believe that she was makeup free there. She didn't have eye makeup on, which is a different thing. But that's her being relatable, Dave.
Yeah,
She's
right.
relatable.
The intentional relatable.
Yeah. So here she is talking about the joy.
Is she on like your top 10 hate list?
Oh, yeah. She's not top 5.
All right.
The joy of working hard. Yeah. I'm sure she's really toiling away. Take a listen.
But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard. And I'm still working hard, right? The moment that everything sells out, it doesn't mean that we're done. Yeah. It means we're working on replenishment and what are the next SKUs and what's the next tranche of products and what's the timing on that and writing the newsletters and writing the social media captions and making sure that all that feels in line and what's the cadence of it and what's the photography that we want to do and what do I want to wear for those shoots, while also editing all the time-coded notes for season 2 of
the other lady
Megyn, and then being in edits for the podcast and making
with the smile.
And being a mom and a wife and a friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Those are all jobs. I mean, I love being that busy, but I do think it's really interesting when people have no sense of what goes into the thing.
Yeah.
And then when the thing seems
it's like between two ferns almost, the way she's hosting it.
The thing's not done.
Right.
The finish line was really the starting line.
Okay, we get it. Yes, go.
That would infuriate me, like, as someone who's trying to start a business, struggling, because like you can't fail. Like if you're selling, I don't know what she's selling, candles. I don't know what she's selling. Jam. Like you're in the royal family. So to this head start that you have, and then complain about working hard, it's like you're in the royal family.
Yes.
So to complain about the business, you don't have to. If you don't want to show up, if you don't want to do the schedule, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Right.
You're living in literally like a fantasy tale of. But the host.
What's happening with her?
If people didn't know who was who, I think people be focusing on the host.
The
and
weird,
the expression, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was between two ferns.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't hate her as much
voice.
as you, but
It's like a love to hate situation.
Yeah.
I don't have actual hatred for her. I have that for very few people. It's a small list, but she's not on it. But I just can't stand her. I just think she's such a phony. I love to make fun of her because she continues to give me so much material.
she comes across as a phony in that.
I've
Both
got
of them.
I've got to show you one more on that. Okay,
Uh-oh.
look, this is a short one. SOT 29. Look at this ridiculousness.
Your close friends and family, so many of them call you M and Harry H.
Yes.
How did that start? And tell me about that.
Probably at the beginning of us dating. When everything was in code.
Code, yeah.
Right. People didn't know we were dating for talk about
she's
memory
the
lane. So long ago. I mean, it'll be our 7-year wedding anniversary soon. I couldn't tell anyone who I was dating, and he was keeping. So I think we were just on a letter basis.
Yeah.
And then it stuck.
It stuck.
It stuck.
It was their code, their super stealthy code, M and H. Like when I called Doug Bug. It's ridiculous. That's like choosing your alias as a famous person and it's John Smith. Like,
Will that podcast have like crazy numbers because she's on it? Like, does she move the needle like that?
I have no idea. But if it does, it's going to be at least 2/3 hate listeners like me.
Yeah. I mean, I actually, again, I think it'll be overshadowed by the interviewer who looks like on outer space.
I told you this. She got Markle, dude. I said it. Remember when we first watched it? And I go, every time Meghan says something to her, she closes her eyes like she's making a wish to Jiminy Cricket.
Yes.
Like she's making a wish. It's so culty and weird. I love Dave. Guys, if you ever want to know what my boyfriend's face looks like whenever I bring this up, that is it right there. That is his reaction. Cause he just has to ask me one question. But
it's so funny.
And it goes on and on and on.
I love how Dave's like, do people watch this? And we're like, no, if you notice the amount of views, they're not proportionate to her subscribers.
Well, no, also
and we had more views than she was getting at one time.
The thing is, she's not going to get a lot of views because
but there are people hate watching.
Yeah, people like us are going to pull the video. She doesn't have it copywritten, so we're going to get the views. So people are always like, well, how come you do it? How can you watch it to get the views? Because as long as Jamie wants to put out this crap, I can write another check to a shelter tomorrow. Like, that's what I mean. Seriously, that's how it works. It's like, it's so stupid. It's like Sussex Squad is like, they're obsessed with them. No, we're saving lives doing this. Megyn is helping us save lives.
I think that you and I should do some sort of parody on the interview. But when are you leaving for Vancouver?
Tuesday.
So we have till Monday to do it.
You can write. You wrote that song in one night.
I can write it overnight, but I want to know who's playing.
Who's going to be who?
I feel like you have Jane.
I'll
her
do
hair.
Jamie. I'll do Jamie.
Yeah,
I'll do Jamie.
Yeah, I could do Megyn.
Okay,
let me try do Megyn.
Okay, Steph's gonna write something tonight.
I'll try to write something tonight, but we gotta save some stuff for tomorrow's live. But thank you guys so much.
We gotta do the. I promise, Bill Belichick.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. I was gonna leave it to the end.
Okay, Bill Belichick has a girlfriend who I believe is 50 years younger than him. No, I'm kidding. So this meme's going around. Bill Belichick and his
now,
girlfriend.
Who is he?
Amaris.
He's a coach.
He's the coach. He was the coach of the Patriots.
Okay,
but he's like he's just known as. I'm not a football fan, but I love watching his interviews at the end of games because he's so like weird.
This is
about
for
it.
Nancy. We know. Okay, what's going on?
Okay, so his girlfriend is like nuts, and so she was at this. This is pop culture.
I just like the hearing.
The other change for
I like
Belichick
leaving on
is 24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Make sure that's the.
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
You have Jordan right over there. Everybody in the world seems to be following this relationship. They've got an opinion about your private life. It's got nothing to do with them, but they're invested in it. How do you deal with that?
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on, though Hudson has recently posted about it on Instagram.
You joined InstaFace, as you put it. I love that. There's some great pictures of you and Jordan, where you're a fisherman and she's a mermaid. It's charming. It's a different side of you. What's the reaction been like?
What's it been like?
To have these different sort of photos. There's another one where you're doing, I know you're not into meditation or yoga or Pilates. You're balancing Jordan on your feet and she's doing kind of the Titanic pose.
Yeah, so I'm on some of those social media platforms, but I honestly don't follow them.
What he does follow isn't clicks or views, but touchdowns and above all, wins.
That's 49 year age difference.
But can you
49?
Can you imagine someone like poor dad on a Sunday morning watching this on CBS and thinking he's going to watch this interview and then that's what he gets? That
what was she doing?
It broke people's brains. It's elder abuse. It looks like to me, allegedly.
So she just kind of like got into the interview and told them what to say or something.
She kept periodically coming in. And then, see, this is the story.
His shirt's ripped. Did she rip it?
And it's dirty.
It's dirty, too. I don't know.
Who puts their boyfriend in a dirty, ripped shirt? So the story is they met on a plane. She's an ex-cheerleader. But they're weird about, they don't have an actual story. So they're weird about talking about it. But this dude should not be strapped for cash to have doing this. Like, it's not like he needs the Instagram, but he doesn't even know what Instagram is.
He really, he seemed confused.
That was creepy AF. So I had to bring it up because it's like one of the biggest stories.
I didn't even know.
Seth didn't know about it, but it was on it was on Jane Pauley, the same thing Harry and Meghan were on. Remember the CBS morning show? Remember the CBS?
I know about this. but it's like, what is this? We're gonna talk about older man, younger woman syndrome. Like, we all know it. It happens. It's like, oh dear, it's so taboo.
I'm waiting for the Zach Peter. So we'll do that tomorrow. We're waiting for the Zach Peter TikTok to drop because allegedly, I can't find anything concrete. I cannot find it, so don't take my word for it. But allegedly, Daily Mail is reporting Taylor Swift's been officially subpoenaed by Friedman in the Lively versus Baldoni saga. Travis Kelce and Hugh Jackman expected to get one soon.
And I can confirm Travis Kelce has unfollowed Ryan Reynolds on Instagram.
Whoa.
That's a big deal.
That is such a big deal. So Taylor Swift has now been subpoenaed. Some subpoenas are being sent this week. Some depositions are in the process now of being scheduled. People often push back and say that they can't for various reasons, but you really cannot get out of this. Holy patootie. Another Meghan and then some, Narc City at Twin Talk. That woman is a devil as well. Abusive, already controlling much. Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Ooh. So, this is what I love. It's different than the Diddy case because it's not a federal case. So this is going to be like a Gwyneth Paltrow thing. Mm-hmm. It's going to be, and Johnny Depp. Yeah. It's going to air. We're going to be Where's our popcorn? We're going to be able to watch this. We're going to see Taylor Swift walk into a courtroom and talk. This is oh, good night. Love you. You guys, this is such a huge deal. And then we got Monday. So while I'm in Vancouver, you and I are going to have to do some lives because Monday they're putting out the list of jury witnesses.
Well, it's a list.
I'm not jury witnesses. They're putting Diddy's witness list.
Right. You got to do a live for the list?
No, I mean, I'm going to be, if I'm there
and something happens,
we're going to have to do lives from there. Yeah.
Sure.
So,
how long are you going to be gone?
I have no idea.
You don't know how long you're going to be gone?
Like literally, like this is just a story.
Wait, so you just are leaving and you have no way of coming home?
Because of course I have a return. I get the dates. Then my dad books all my flight, not because I'm pretentious or anything. It's because we have air miles and he's in charge of the air miles. So I always send dad the dates.
So when are you coming back?
And then, Dad, when did you book mine?
When are you? When are you leaving?
I'm leaving Tuesday.
And you get back when?
I don't know. Like, I'm always out of town.
Does anyone want to be my twin this week? Does anyone want to take over twin duties? Because I don't think this twin's going to be around.
Guys,
I feel like she's never going to come back.
Okay.
She goes, I'm leaving on Tuesday. Or I don't know when I'm coming home.
I think I'm only going to be gone 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. I think that's what it says. 3 days. I'm not going to be longer than 4 days. 3 nights, I think. I don't know. Are you gonna visit me?
She'll be gone 5 months.
Lulu's mom, come visit me, please.
Please. I love Vancouver.
Yeah.
I was there for 6 months once. It was beautiful.
Okay, guys. Oh my God.
We gotta go too.
Big show. Tomorrow's gonna be even bigger fun live. This is so fun. I loved it. My lives are great because we get to talk to you guys.
Yeah, and again, guys, if you do purchase the book that
I'm gonna right after this show, I'm gonna put the link.
Wrote. Do us a favor too. If you do purchase it, go on Amazon. Can you rate it? Maybe there's a star system there, and then you can leave a comment, and that will give us more opportunities for other people to see it. And then, of course, all the profits will go to animal charities. So it's just a nice way to do it. So rate it. Give it a comment, do all that jazz on Amazon. And I appreciate everyone who has bought the book so far. And I can't wait for you guys to read it to your loved ones.
Thank you so much, you guys. Stephanie really did a lot of work for this. And so did Mom.
Yes.
So did Mom. So thank you so much. We love you guys.
We love you. We will see you tomorrow. We're going to start around 1 again. Yeah. Right? 1 o'clock. Okay. Pacific Standard Time. And that means GMT is 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. Unless it's changed.
Yes.
I don't want it to change.
Yeah. Bye, guys. We love you. See you soon.
Love